I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
It's time to get Austin.
Battery...
Tender.
I was about to say temper or tantrum. I was gonna say anything else but that. Hello viewers and welcome back to another No Reserve Classic video. Hang on a second. Let's get you guys down from here. Okay, there we go. Hello viewers and welcome back to another No Reserves Classic video. Today we have two Camaros and we seem to have issues with both of them. Well, let's start off with the one that was pretty much okay with us. Right here we have Blue Stroker, which is our 1968 RS Camaro with a 383 stroker underneath the hood. Now we had to do a little inspection just so that way we could see what was going on underneath and also the exterior. Now Blue Stroker was the easiest Camaro to work with. Unfortunately, one of our other Camaros, Grey Goose, decided to give us some problems starting up.
All right, this can't, how am I gonna get?
Well, we thought it was initially Grey Goose's fault, but it turns out it was something else that had factored in. So, stick around and we'll show you exactly what had happened. All right, garage is opening. Too cold.
Tell it does not like the cold, neither do I, but
yeah, the poor thing shut down. All right, now we got to get the other car out.
okay. You remember how we lined them up, right?
Yes.
To get on the turntable?
Yep.
And then we check the tires and all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Put it on the turntable so we can get one clip of it turning on. Revving.
Right.
I forget where the... Oh, it's right here. It's this thing.
Oh, that's not a tow hook?
Say again?
That's not a tow hook?
That is not a tow hook. That
What?
is just a hood latch.
That is insane.
Yeah,
Wow.
You can look in here.
Yeah, look at that, folks. That is good engineering.
Okay, so I'm gonna back it out.
Okay.
When I get into the front, you can open the garage and I'll get it in.
Gotcha. All right, fire it up.
I'm trying.
Wait, what's going on?
What's going on is I have so many keys that I gotta go filter out through to get the right one.
Nope.
That way, no.
One of them's got to be it. Oh, nope.
That went in pretty well though.
I think so.
You would assume it's the big key, but it's not the big key. Or is it? No, it can't be.
This is the right key chain
Yeah.
for this car.
Grey Goose, yeah. Oh.
Oh.
All right, this can't, how am I gonna get?
Okay, we found the right key. After the longest time.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Because we finally figured out that's the right key.
We found the right key for
Yeah.
sure. Goes in, turns over.
Turns over.
It looks like it's completely dead.
It's been charging.
It has been charging. All right, it's time to get Austin.
Oh, Austin.
What's up?
We are having some problems with Grey Goose starting up. Yeah, after struggling with like the many keys on the chain, we found the right key and turns over, nothing.
Wait, that was so weird.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to turn on.
Yep.
That's what happened. That's not a battery issue, I don't think.
I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. We left it on the charger. Did we?
Yeah, it was on the charger.
So either it didn't have a good connection or the battery tender is shot.
Why is it that we plug the batteries with these recharging or whatever? You can explain it better. Yeah, why exactly do we charge that?
A lot of these older cars, especially when they become like these resto mods, they'll have a lot of aftermarket components, and some of these aftermarket components will constantly have some sort of electricity going to them. So if you leave a car, especially in like New Jersey where it's 20 degrees out and the battery's sitting there constantly producing a little bit of power, eventually it's going to be completely drained. You go to get in your car after a week or two of not driving it, won't start.
Makes sense.
So we try to make sure that these cars always have a battery tender on them. We never want to take any chances. And yeah, we just want to make sure that they're able to, you know, hop in, turn the key, and it kicks on.
So we got it plugged in now.
Yeah.
Let's hear that 383 light up. Hey! I'm gonna go open the garage door.
Hold on.
Oh.
Let him get his stuff undone.
Okay.
Because it's 20 degrees out. We don't want it to get cold in here.
No, we do not. And we know it's absolutely freezing in here. I gotta go run to the other side and open up the garage door. Ooh. All right, now we gotta look for rocks.
Plug this thing into that. Well, what do we have to do?
Take it.
What are we working on here?
The final part of cinematic startup, where we just turn on the car and drive it.
We gotta catch that again?
Yes, because we were working it late that day.
Okay. So we should have left it running. What we'll do is we'll leave this here. We'll leave Shelly outside. We'll drop that so I can get any other photos I need to get done with it. And then once I'm done with that, we'll put it back in the air. We'll put Shelly in its place.
Sounds good.
When you are doing inspections, what are some of the things that stand out to you that this car is either good or not good?
Well, I would never say a car is not good. But there are a few things that I'll typically look for. Obviously, one of the main things is leaks. We always want to check for leaks, such as like oil leaks, stuff like this. That's stuff we want to get repaired as fast as possible. You know, it might be a main seal, or you know, it could be a variety of different things. We want to check it out, but most likely a gasket or a seal. You know, we always want to make sure that everything is in good shape. For example, you know, obviously we see some of this stuff going on with the exhaust, so this car definitely bottomed out at one point. We want to make sure that that problem was fixed before we got it. We want to make sure that there's no rubbing in the wheel wells. We'll drop it down, we'll check the paint, we'll check, you know, the interior of the car. We'll see if there's any wear and tear, any damage. And I mean, there's 150 things that I'll take a look into. It's just a very quick synopsis. Interesting.
What's that? What have you found?
So what I found is, for some reason, I mean, it's not really that important. It's just 3 of the tires were made in the 20th month of 2015, and this one was made in the 19th month of 2015. It's just weird that one is a little bit older than the rest. See, this is actually PPF.
Oh, that's the line you were talking about?
It's a layer of PPF that the guy put all the way across from pretty much the roof down. I mean, I've never really seen that before, and it's kind of impressive.
And you can actually see where it also meets here.
No.
Oh?
It's the whole thing is PPF. It's 2 different layers of PPF meeting at the middle here.
Wow. Well, it's going to keep this thing looking new every single time it is taking out. Honestly, from a distance, you can't even tell. But like, if you look really close up, like you can see where the, oh, come on, focus now. You can really see like right along here at the edge. This is impressive work. Whoever did this, props to you. You guys obviously can see there's absolutely no door handles. It's like flush, kind of NASCAR style if you think about it.
Yeah.
You would have to hop in the window, but in actuality, yo, that is sick. This car is definitely built for aerodynamics and, like, you know, track, I guess you could say.
Resto mods.
Yeah, buddy. Well, after we did the inspection, it looks like we're gonna bring back in the Mustang.
Get out this door.
I thought I heard you warming up out here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're bringing it back in this butte.
Yeah, we're trying to get it back inside. We don't want it sitting out here in the cold temperatures for too long. I mean, you know, it's got antifreeze in it. It's not gonna like freeze up like that, but we just don't want it to be out in the elements for too long anyway.
Right, makes sense. And now our beautiful Tribute Shelby is back inside and out from the cold.
We're gonna get her on a battery tender, make sure that, you know, like I said before, that battery is gonna stay nice and charged. And that way there's no issues the next time when we wanna go start her.
Perfect.
So let's see if this thing works. The other car seemed to not have a good charge. And obviously once we get this battery tender on here, we're gonna have a towel underneath the wire. Kind of particular about that kind of thing. We don't want anything touching the paint if it doesn't have to. Right like that. Where it stays. And let me check out this battery tender.
Oh, it's in the red. I imagine that is not a good sign.
So where it is, that it's in the red, but it's at 12.3 volts. It should be at 12, so.
Well, what kind of voltage reading are we looking for?
Well, these batteries typically you want a 12 volt, at least 12 volts. I mean, you know, if it's a little bit higher, that's great. And the higher it goes, the better it is, pretty much. But a 12 volt is what you're looking for with these cars, because it's extremely hard for them to start and kick over without at least 12 volts coming from the battery. I think it's actually just reading how many volts are coming from this battery. So if the car was running, you'd be able to tell if the alternator is running by using like a battery tester. And you'd be able to tell that by how high the volts go up when you actually have the car cranked. So if the car is sitting at 12 volts and it goes up to 13 when the car is running, alternator is working perfectly. For this situation, I think this might just be a faulty battery tender where it can't get a good reading as to how many volts are coming from the battery, and that's preventing it from actually starting the charge mode.
Fantastic. So maybe that's why our beautiful Grey Goose over there kind of got a little bit screwed over with this battery tender.
Could be. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab another battery tender, put it on, and we'll see if that solves the problem.
We got the proper, I was about to call them jumper cables. We have the perfect battery tender. I was about to say temper or tantrum. I was gonna say anything else but that.
Take that off, just like jumper cables as you were saying. Red goes to red, black goes to black. So green means it's fully charged, red means that it's charging, blinking red means it can't make a connection.
And if I look over here to the viewers at home, the LED screen appears to, oh, now it's green.
It's a fully charged battery.
Would you look at that?
So the next thing what we're gonna try and do is obviously just to ensure that this was the issue, we're gonna check the battery on that car, see, one, if it's charging, and two, the date on it.
Now, where would the date be shown on this battery here?
That's a good question.
You have to like rotate around and find all sorts of fun
Let me
things.
actually try and find it first. So, if you come on this side over here, it literally says shipped on January of 2024, so this is a 1-year-old battery.
So this is a brand spanking new battery. Oh, no, wait. We're in 2025, not 2024.
It's 1 year old, but I think that this kind of battery typically lasts 2 to 3 years, so it should be able to hold a charge. Our battery tender charged and maintaining. So the battery is now fully charged. It wasn't like that before. So it was most likely the battery tender, not the battery.
So it turns out that it looks like our battery tender, not this one, but we had the battery tender originally for this Camaro, which had caused us to have the starter problems. We're about to do the same for our Tribute Shelby, but it turns out that the battery tender was the original culprit. So we got a brand new battery tender. Obviously, we just proved that it's basically a brand new battery, so there should be no point that it's the battery's fault, but the old tender's fault.
That is correct.
Well, everybody, if you want to make sure that your cars are running properly, don't blame the car, blame the tenders. If you're using tenders and, you know, also old muscle cars. Yeah, that makes sense.